Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to generate questions for business reports using AI agent. So let's suppose I'm running my online business and I'm creating the business reports for that. Now I want that whenever I add a new report in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, the response should be automatically generated, which means the question should be automatically generated based on this report which I'm going to add in my Google Sheet spreadsheet with the help of AI agent, and it should be automatically added to my Google Sheet spreadsheet. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I'm completely going to automate this process, and to do this automation I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Sheets and OpenAI. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I am going to add a new data in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, the question will be automatically generated with the help of my AI agent, and it will be automatically added to my Google Sheet spreadsheet. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to generate questions for business reports using AI agent. For this, I have created this workflow with the help of Pabbly Connect. I have built connection between Google Sheets and OpenAI. And here I am going to add some details in my Google Sheets spreadsheet. And you will see that automatically I am going to add all the questions which I have generated with the help of AI agent in this particular column. So here I am going to check this once, and to do that I am going to enter the data summary or my report. So here I have entered the report date, I have entered the report type, I have entered the data summary, and you will see just in few seconds the AI generated questions will be here, and here it is. We have added automatically the AI generated questions based on the report which we have just added over here. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to generate questions for business reports using AI agent. For this, I am going to create automation between Google Sheets and OpenAI with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now, after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as how to generate questions for business reports using AI agent. And now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to generate questions for business reports using AI agent, which means whenever I'm going to enter my report in my Google Sheet spreadsheet which I've created, the AI agent is automatically going to generate the questions based on the business report which I have entered in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, which means whenever I'm going to enter my report, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So when I'm going to add a new detail in my Google Sheet spreadsheet and action says do this, then generate the questions based on my business report and add that to my Google Sheet spreadsheet. Here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Sheets, and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI and Google Sheets again. So here I'm quickly going to take my trigger application as Google Sheets. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new or updated spreadsheet row. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So reading the help desk, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Sheets. So this is the spreadsheet which I've created, and I have added the name as AI generated questions. I've added fields as report date, report type, data summary, AI generated questions, and now I'm going to enter these details. So here I have entered these details. The report date, report type is marketing, and the data summary is this. Now I want to generate questions based on this, and that will be added to this column. So I'm going to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets, and for that I have to go towards this extensions, go to add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me, where I need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and it is showing installed because I have already installed this in my Google Sheet. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this in your Google Sheets. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here, and from here you have to go towards the initial setup. Now this box has appeared in front of me, where I need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I'm provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here. And then I need to enter this trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data entry column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here my final data entry column, or the end column, is column C, because I'm going to add all the details in this column as the last column, and I'm not going to add anything in this AI generated question column, which is column D. So this happens to become my last column, and last column simply means the final data entry column or the trigger column. I have entered trigger column as column C, and now I'm simply going to click on the send test, and you will see all this data has been sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. And now to make the setup, I have to click on this submit. So here setup configured successfully. Now I have to follow a very important step. I have to go towards this Pabbly Connect webhooks and then click on the send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. I'm going to open my workflow and check whether I have received the response or not. And here we can see that we have received the response. The report type is marketing, the report date is this, and I have received the data summary. This is the summary which I have received, and based on this summary, I want to generate the questions. So here in my action application, I'm going to take my AI agent as OpenAI, with the help of which we are going to generate the questions. And in the action event, I'm going to select this as Chat GPT and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, I have to enter the token. Now following the help text given below, I'm going to enter the token, and I'm going to click on the hyperlink. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. Now to create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to provide the key name. So let's say the key name is test. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all. And then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and simply paste that over here. Here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. I am going to select this and then go with save. Here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter the AI model and the prompt. From this drop down, I am going to select my AI model as GPT-4o mini, and then I am going to enter my prompt. Now over here, I am going to enter the prompt like I have given you the business report and I want to generate the questions based on this report. So I'm going to enter the prompt like. So here I've entered the prompt. You are a business analyst based on the following report summary. Generate 5 insightful questions that will help analyze performance, customer behavior, and opportunity to improve. So here I'm going to enter the type is. Now here I'm going to enter all these details, but I'm not going to enter this manually. But instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. Here, I've received the response from Google Sheets, and when I click on this field, I can see this Google Sheets. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here, I'm going to enter my report type as marketing, and then I'm going to enter the date as this, and then the summary is this. Now over here mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. I have entered the required details. I am going to click on the save and send test request. Let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. In this message content, I have my response. So based on the report summary provided, here are 5 insightful questions to help analyze performance, customer behavior, and identify opportunities for improvement. The first is what channels or strategies within this campaign contribute to acquisition. We have what factors may be influencing the 10% conversion rate given the email open rate of 25%, what specific content or subject line generated. Fourth is what does the average cost per converted customer. Fifth is what demographic or behavioral trends can be identified. Here I have generated 5 questions and I will be adding this to my Google Sheets. Before that, if you want to add something else, you can do that to this prompt. If you want to collect some other thing or a specific question that you want, you can add directly to the prompt and it will generate the response according to that. Here I have received the response and I want to add this to my Google Sheets spreadsheet. So then in my action application, I am going to go for this Google Sheets, and then in my action event, I am going to select this as update row and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, and then to make this connection, you have to click on this sign in with Google, and you have to choose your account with which you have logged in your Google Sheet and just grant away the permissions because your data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect and the Google Sheets will be connected. I have already created this connection multiple times, and as I have an existing connection now, I am going to select this as save. Here Google Sheets is connected and we are going to select the spreadsheet which I want to update is this one, AI generated questions. So I have entered that. I am going to enter or map the row index from the response which I have received because I will be adding more titles and more details and this should keep changing. So here I have already entered these details. I am going to skip this and I am going to enter the AI generated question as this, which I have generated with the help of OpenAI. Here I have entered all these details and after entering all the required details, I am simply going to click on the save and send test request and here we have received the response. Now let's open my spreadsheet and here we can see that we have added the same exact response to my Google Sheets spreadsheet. Now to summarize, we took Google Sheets as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received the response in this workflow and then we wanted to generate the questions based on that. So I took my AI agent as OpenAI, generated the questions and add that back to my Google Sheets spreadsheet. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Google Sheets and OpenAI with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.